And members of the St. Louis County Council fire back after an attack by County Executive Sam Page's campaign in a fundraising effort. The campaign criticizes the council's ethics investigation of Dr. Page's work on the side. It accuses them of tactics former President Donald Trump may have used. Council members I spoke with say the attack way off base. That's tonight's You Paid For It. The St. Louis County Council set up an ethics committee to investigate whether Dr. Sam Page violated the county charter by doing weekend work at a hospital. Here's one of the Republican council members, Tim Fitch, questioning Dr. Page, who questions their investigation.
The investigation that Page says is basically politics.
The council received multiple inquiries from the public asking us to investigate whether or not there's a violation of the charter by the county executive. The charter says the county executive's entire time shall be devoted to the duties of his office.
What really caught the council members' attention was a fundraising email from Page for Missouri, also published on the Page campaign Facebook page, that reads in part, "Remember the days when Donald Trump would invent an enemy so that we would be less likely to notice what he wasn't doing?" Some Republicans on the county council are up to the same kind of tricks. The Post goes on to say they are pretending to be upset about the occasional weekend and evening shifts that Dr. Page serves in the operating room to continue his medical credentialing at the hospital. The Post asks for donations to Page's reelection campaign.
What's your reaction to his fundraising letters where he accuses you guys of kind of doing something similar to what Trump might do?
It was interesting because he blamed the two Republicans on the ethics committee. Well, there's two Republicans and two Democrats that voted for this inquiry to move forward. He didn't mention them at all. So it's just a fundraising scheme to try to get people to believe he's a victim and to get people to donate. That's all it's about.
Sure enough, Rita Hurd Days, the council chair and a Democrat, also voted for the ethics investigation of her fellow Democrat, Dr. Sam Page. What's your view about this fundraising letter that went out that says it's a Republican plot, essentially comparing them to Trump?
Well, I think that was below the belt, number one. I think that when you're raising funds, you capitalize on the things that you have done. The Ethics Committee for people, to Democrats, to Republicans, to blacks, to whites, so we have it's a cross-section of the council. So I'm hoping that Mr. Page, Dr. Page, will cooperate.
I asked the Page administration for their reaction. Page's communications director told me it was a matter for the campaign. And he referred me to an article in the Post-Dispatch, where a campaign spokesman is quoted as saying, "The charter clearly was not written to try to set bounds on free time or weekends. This has frankly been a good way to point out the shame of their attacks." Councilwoman Rita Day says invoking Mr. Trump's name in this was way over the top.
To put that in a letter and raise funds because you think that is the way people are thinking, I don't think the county residents are thinking in that tone, in that vein.
You wouldn't necessarily classify yourself as a Trump person.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. I think that would be way off the deep end here, but no, I'm not.
Members of the council say Dr. Sam Page is no stranger to the ethics committee. They say when he was head of the council, he led the council's ethics investigation of former disgraced county executive Steve Stenger. I'll let you know how the council's current probe turns out. After all, you paid for it.